The Buckners. Chapter 1. 5 Kids and a Huey Meltdown. The first bus comes at 6, with the next one coming at 6:15 and the last one coming at 6:45. School mornings were never easy for us, everyone needing a little something. Thankfully, some of the older kids could get up on their own and at least get started. My day starts with getting 3-year-old Hannah out of her bed and slinging her into the carrier so she can ride on my back. Her low vision, learning disability, and nonverbal nature made her very attached to her mother. Having her in the carrier was the easiest way I could do what I needed and still have the child by my side and not begging to be held. When she would outgrow the carrier, Karen has no clue what she would do. The carrier was her lifesaver. Trekking down the hallway, Karen finds herself at Henry's room. She knocks on the door and opens it, turning the light on. She knows he won't see the light, but it's for her to see him. His bus is first, so she needs to get him up soon. "Morning, Henry. Are you ready for school?" "No," he replies, pulling the covers over his head. "No? But you love school." "Sleep in." "No can do, sorry," she tells him, walking over and pulling the covers off her moody teenager. "Come on, let's do it to it, up and at 'em." Leaving him be to get dressed, she goes to the girls' room to make sure they are up and getting ready. "Charlotte, Nora." She knocks on the door. "Yeah, I'm awake," Charlie replies. "What about Nora?" "Here," she muffles as she brushes her teeth, slowly walking towards the door. She hadn't put her eyes in yet. She was born legally blind, and her glasses help some, but sometimes it's like it's not even worth it. Her sister, on the other hand, was fully blind with just a tad bit of light perception. Thanking them, she headed down the hall to find her second youngest, Mark, and get him up to go. As she carefully headed down the hall, she could feel Hannah pulling at her hair and playing with it. Thankfully, she had some pretzels in her pocket that she could give one to her to snack on and distract her while she got Mark up. Reaching back, she held the pretzel out and hoped her daughter would find it. "Chip, Chip," she says, trying to get her attention. "Yes, Chip," the girl replies. "Chip, Chip, Chip," she says, trying to get her attention. "Yes, Chip," the girl replies. "Okay, take the chip from Mommy." "Chip, Chip," she says louder. "I gave you one. Take the chip from Mommy. It's in my hand. Feel around for it." She knows the girl is struggling, but she tries to help her. Feeling her take the pretzel, she sighs and opens the bedroom door. "Good morning, Mark," she smiles, turning the light on. He seemed to be already dressed, but when she got a closer look, she noticed his clothes needed some help. He had somehow found his summer swim shorts and had paired it with a polo shirt. She gave the 7-year-old credit, though, because he had them on the right way. "Where are you going, mister?" "School," he answers. "You can't go to school like that. You'll freeze." "Come here, buddy. I'll help you." Finding some khaki pants, she helped him do the pants and some socks. He would get his shoes in the mudroom. "There you go, bud. Much better." "Go downstairs and I'll get breakfast started," she tells him as she heads out of his room, turning the light off. As she's coming out of the bedroom, she gives Hannah another chip. Chips, or chippies as they were sometimes called, or any snack food. Anything that was a chip or a cracker or a pretzel or anything of that nature. We tried to get her to call them by their names, but Hannah was persistent in calling them chips, so they were chips. We would continue to call them by their real names to try and train her, but then one day we just gave up. I had given her 2 more chips as we headed downstairs, but once we made it to the kitchen to make breakfast, I was out. She wanted more, but I had no more to give her. I could tell she really wanted more when she started to twirl my hair. "Chippy!" "I'm sorry, baby. All out of chippies." "More! More!" "No more." give me a moment and I'll put you in your chair and you can have your O's. Getting her out of the carrier, she straps the child into her high chair. She was the Houdini of the family, so she needed to be extra strapped in. There was a time she actually got out of her chair and was able to jump to the floor. One of the scariest things ever. Thankfully, no one was hurt as she grabs the box of cereal and starts to pour some onto the child's tray. Footsteps are heard coming down the stairs. They were louder and more clunkier than that of a child. She knew it had to be Jack, her husband. "Good morning, Daddy," she smiles. "Good morning, Mommy," he replies, walking over and kissing his wife. "You're never up this early. Are you okay?" "Yeah. Hannah's screams for chippies woke me." "Oh, I'm sorry. We will be more quiet next time." "It's okay. I was going to get up soon anyways." "That's still early for you." "Yeah, but that's okay. More time to spend with my kiddos, especially Houdini over there," he jokes, walking over and kissing her messy hair. She was often referred to as Huey, having that nickname earned early. "Good morning, Huey." "Hugh. Yes, Huey, that's you." Chip. You have your O's. You don't need chippies." "You want a milk?" Milk. "Okay, I'll get you a milk." Walking to the fridge in the mudroom, he grabs a formula drink out of the fridge. He cracks it open and sets it on the counter. He grabs a bottle from the bottle rack and pours the drink into it. He screws on the lid and sets it on her high chair tray. "Okay, milk on your tray. You can drink it." "Milk. It's right there, Hannah. You can get it." He watches her reach around for it. She finally finds it and starts sucking it down. She had been so thirsty. Moments later, softer steps had been heard coming down the stairs. Mark was followed by the older girls, with Henry coming soon after. Mark would need help getting his food, with his older sisters not needing any help. "Morning," Karen smiles, seeing the kids come into the kitchen. As they arrive, their words are drowned out by Hannah and her rather loud noises. "Huey, stop! Too loud!" Mark cries. He was not a fan of her loud noises. "It's okay, Mark. She's just happy. You go sit, and Mommy will get your breakfast." Helping get breakfast going, Hannah's happiness turns into a meltdown. Her loud happy screams turn into major unhappy screams. As I pulled the dino yogurt out of the fridge for Mark, I glanced over to see Jack, trying to comfort his daughter, with her being in the high chair. She was pushing at him and things were flying. Her O's found themselves scattered all over, with her bottle making the loudest noise ever as it crashes to the floor. Giving Mark his yogurt at the table, Karen heads over to Hannah. "Jack, take her out, please. Out. I need her out. Then bring her to Mommy." This was Karen's distress call. She needed that child, and she needed her now. She didn't need anyone hurt besides herself. I knew the girl would eventually calm down in her arms. Passing her over, Karen takes the child from Jack and literally squeezes her in her arms as she walks around and rocks her. She's singing to her. "Hannah, oh Hannah, Mommy loves you, oh Hannah." She sings songs. If this didn't work, she would sit down in the rocking chair in the living room and do the same thing. "Hannah, oh Hannah," she starts again. She stops in the middle to tell Jack he'd have to make sure Mark got his breakfast finished and help him to the bus. She was trying to fight her mother. Do anything she could to get away. It wasn't working. Karen was holding her so tight she couldn't move. "Hannah, oh Hannah, I love you, oh Hannah." She could still feel her trying to get out as she continued to sing. She waited for the moment she could feel the tense body let down. "I love you," she smiles, trying to do anything to soothe this child. For a second, it seemed like she was calming down, but as Jack and Mark left, she had ramped up again. "Come on, Mark, we gotta go. Say goodbye to Mommy and Sissy," Jack sighs, having watched him say goodbye to his older siblings already. "Come here, Mark. Give Mommy a kiss." The boy hesitated as he walked over to kiss his mom. She smiles and kisses her son. She was still holding Hannah, so kissing him was a struggle. I know you don't like her meltdowns. I know it's hard. But we gotta go, Jack says, helping him to the mudroom. Get your cane and head to the van. I'm right behind you. Heading to the van, they get in and Jack drives the two down the hill to meet the bus. While the two are at the bus, Karen is still trying to calm Hannah. She hoped it would be over soon, but with these types of things, you just never know. It could be 5 minutes or an hour. You just never know. Hannah, my sweet girl, Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you a lot. She's squeezing her tight as she tries to dance around, doing anything she could do to calm down her daughter. Mommy? What, Charlie? I can't find my shoe. Karen rolls her eyes, knowing she had just seen them this morning. Never mind, the girl yells as Karen lets out a sigh. Is your sister in there too? Dad will be back soon to take you. Yes, I'm here too, Nora yells. Okay, hurry up. I don't need you late. Rocking Hannah, Karen heads to the bottom of the steps and calls for Henry. His bus was last, but he needed to be down already. Henry, let's go. Right here, Mom, the child groans. Oh, hey, eat and get ready. Dad's just getting back to take the girls. Why not you? Well, Hannah is having a meltdown. I'd rather stay home and help her through it, Karen replies, continuing to rock Hannah back and forth. She seemed to be calming down, thankfully, but this meant that she would now be tired, almost ready for a nap. Okay, you finish. Dad will be back. I'm going to put Hannah down. Please, no junk. I won't, I promise. Thank you. Carefully, Karen heads up the stairs and finds Hannah's room. She sits in the rocker and calms her down and sits for a while before putting the child in the crib. Turning off the lights, grabbing the baby monitor and closing the door, she heads back down the stairs to find her husband in the kitchen, having dropped the kids off at the bus. Karen gives a sad smile to him as he reaches for his coffee. Hey, what's wrong? I feel like I'm really trying, but hey, I know this is a lot, but you're doing great. What we have is not easy, but we do it. Jack sighs, reaching to hug and kiss his wife. He holds her almost like she held Hannah, letting her cry into his shoulder. Yes, this was not easy for them, but they did their best and survived.